I'm just gonna hop on your account real quick. You know, you should get some rest, and I'll help you make some gains. So let's see what you got going. Oh, you're training hunter. Why do you have an adamant bucket helm, a rock, a rambwanji, and a branch? Where do you even get this from? Man, you must be like really zonked out of your mind. Well, you just get some rest, and I'll help you train your hunter, man. I know you don't want to waste XP, but you need to get some sleep, man. And personally, I don't like training hunter here, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go do a different training method, and I know it's probably not the method you want to do, but I'm just gonna do a different training method that I'm more comfortable with, So we're gonna be making some XP gains. Like, why do you even have this? Like, I'm just gonna leave that there. You probably won't even notice when you come back online, so I'm thinking I'm gonna train hunter probably in a way that you wouldn't, but I just find it really chill, So don't laugh, okay? I don't want you to laugh at how I'm about to train. You'll probably never guess. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to guess by my loadout, I bet. Yeah, that's for sure. Have you figured it out yet? Oh, well, if I have them, I guess. No, I don't. Wait. No, I don't. I might have some bones, though. Yeah, that'll help. Well, I think that's all we're gonna need, maybe. Maybe. How should we do this? Alright, we'll do it like that. So, make all these into bananas. And then we gotta get the proper runes, So, it said something about law runes. You might be able to hear that thunder. Okay, let's... Runes. We'll save some money by having this. And let's see what other stuff we need. Just water. So... there we go. I think we're all set, maybe. Dueling ring won't hurt. So we'll wear that. You're probably thinking, what the heck? Why do you have a bunch of bananas bananas and a monkey gree, and bones to bananas tabs. Well, I'll show you. So this is what we're gonna do. And check this out. I beat the monkey madness too, so these guys aren't gonna attack us. This island isn't hostile anymore. So that's a nice chill walk to our hunting spot. I'm gonna get you some nice XP while you're sleeping. But just don't worry about how I'm getting the XP. You're starting off at level 90 and 5,746,209 XP. So we'll see how much we can get. Yep, there's a secret entrance here. And we gotta turn into a monkey for this. Well, hopefully we don't fall in the bungee spikes. Alright, and then there's the secret little area here. Perfect. And here's where we're gonna hunt. This is where we're gonna hunt. Do you know where I'm at? These are maniacal monkeys and we're gonna hunt them. And we climb on this here stunted demonic gorilla. And we're just gonna use its immense strength to lift up this big boulder here and set down a banana. And all we gotta do is just wait for one of these monkeys to trip the trap. Oh. We got a winner. And we caught its tail. See? And that's 1,000. I repeat, that's 1,000 hunter XP per monkey tail we get. That's pretty crazy. Unfortunately, we can only set one trap at a time. Otherwise, this hunting method would be way too overpowered. Let's see him fall into the trap again. Maniacal monkeys. They're crazy. Oh, we got one. Got another one. 1,000. So while we do this, we can go ahead and collect some bones and we can just drop these. Collect bones. And then when we run out of bananas, we'll just use our little bones to bananas telly tabs that I went ahead and made for you. And stuff. When we get a bunch of bones, we'll use that tab, and we don't even have to get off the Rilla or anything. Cause if we used the spell, we would have to dock the gorilla, go run out the cavern, convert back to a human to do the spell. Isn't this so much more chill than Black Chins? I quite like this. And you want to know the best part? Do you want to know the best part? real quick and look. It looks like we have exactly a 1 in 5,000 chance to actually receive ourselves a non-damaged monkey tail, just a regular monkey tail. And let me tell you what, you would be real happy if you got that, because you'll be able to make yourself one of the best Iron Man weapons in the game. The best Iron Man weapon in the game. And that's a heavy ballista. All the irons want that thing. So you're just gonna lose your mind if you wake up in the morning and you find yourself holding a heavy ballista on your Iron Man. You'll be like, how the heck did I get this heavy ballista? Why the heck do I have it? This thing's pointless. I must have been real zonked out of my mind. And I would say, yeah, you must have been. I got on your account and you had a adamant bucket helm. A heraldic adamant bucket helm on. Standing at the freaking black chins in the wilderness with a branch and a raw karambwanji. Like, what the heck were you doing, man? This is real chill. There's really nothing to it. So I'm gonna have to tell some stories or something. $1,000 XP. Oh, that's satisfying. I might wake you up on accident if I happen to get a monkey tail, because that would be pretty big for your account. And you know, if I woke you up, I don't want to overstimulate you with the heavy ballista. I can hear it's thundering outside. Oops. Oh well, at least it gave me the banana back. It's best to make these mistakes in a safe area. Like when you're not in the wilderness, like you could have accidentally, or I could have accidentally misclicked on a player killer and scald up, and then you lose your beloved adamant heraldic bucket helm, you know? Like you would go and you would look for your adamant heraldic bucket helm in your bank and be like, oh my god, where did I put that thing? I need that for hunting black chins. Well, when I'm done helping you out with your XP gains, I think I'm gonna go make myself a pizza. I had it 2 nights in a row already, but I don't care. I just don't care. Yeah, I'm gonna eat a pizza. It's just a delicious gooey, cheesy pizza with gooey cheese that just melts off of it when you pick it up, and goo is just it's sticking together. And like, that just the perfect ratio of bread to of crust to cheese to marinara sauce to pepperonis to sausage. Well, in this case, I don't have any sausage ones, but I have just the original pepperonis. Yeah. And you might think, frozen pizzas that you just throw in your oven just taste like cardboard and they're gross. Well, I disagree, because you must have never had a delectable Red Baron pizza of the frozen variety. Let me tell you what, they have the best marinara, they have the best pizza sauce on those suckers. It's so delicious and high quality. I bet that's probably what makes it taste so good. So I eat those probably every other day. You just get yourself some regular old original Red Baron pepperoni pizzas, man. And like when you eat those things like as much as I do, you just become just really a real chill person, like nothing bothers you. It's like medicine, You don't have any bad days anymore. Life's not a roller coaster, man. You just sit down and you just enjoy that tasty pizza. You get yourself a nice cola soda pop with 3 ice cubes in it in a glass. It has to be a glass. No cans, no bottles, no. It has to be a glass. And you just really cherish the moment when you're eating that pizza and drinking the soda. Yeah, that's what you do. Well, let's just go ahead and load our inventory up. Oh, wait. Oh, oops. Well, we can just, drop that. Wait, let's actually not drop it there. Let's drop it over here. Alright, here we go. Watch this. See, we did it right on the monkey. That's right, I made all these tabs just for this. Yes, I did. And you better believe we're gonna train Hunter like this, because I noticed you don't have a monkey tail, even though you killed like a lot of demonic gorillas. Like, how many of those suckers did you kill? Oops. How many did you... Oops. How many did you kill? How many demonic gorillas? How many demonic gorillas did you kill? I'm sure it's not that many. If you didn't get the monkey tail yet. Because the monkey tail's like a 1 in... It's like a 1 in 1,000 or something drop, isn't it? Let's look on the wiki. Demonic gorilla. Oh, I went too far. It's grinded out all your Zenites, right? Let's just look. Let's just look. Let's look for your demonic gorilla KC. Demonic gorillas. Barrows. Demonic gorillas, there they are. You have 5 Zenites. You have 5 Zenites. And holy cow, you almost have 3,000 demonic gorilla KC and you still don't have a monkey tail. Well, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that while you're sleeping right now. Oh yeah, because the only places you can get a monkey tail is here in demonic gorillas and tortured gorillas, but you don't want to fight those. No, you don't want to fight those. And look, you have 3 heavy ballista frames. These are 1 in 1,500 as well. What's up with that, man? 47 dragon scimitars. Well, that's gonna be a lot of dragon javelins. It says 137 mil. What have you been doing, man? We need a space to get this tail here. There we go. Don't worry, we're gonna fix this issue you're having here. Yes, we are. Isn't this just like a wacky way to train hunter? Like, what is even going on here? But let me tell you what, it's much better than black gins. I can't stand those things. I don't think you should be doing them in your state. You need to be sleeping while I figure out your hunting XP situation. Yes, that's right. I'm forcing you to sleep and watch me do this with your eyes open because you're paralyzed or something. You wanna say, no, Dokioki, anything but the maniacal monkeys. You need to be training at black gins. They're so much better XP. Well, you just don't realize that in your state you couldn't do the black gins, man. You were too tired. So I'm not gonna do those. I don't like them. I'm gonna do these and get you the coolest range weapon in the game, the heavy ballista. Okay, let's tell some stories here. Do we have any cool stories? Well, I can tell you the bouncy ball story. It's not very interesting or anything, but it's the first thing I thought of for some reason. So, back in high school, a senior, you do your senior prank or whatever, right? Well, I had a cool idea for a senior prank, but I didn't end up doing it because I freaking forgot where I buried the thing. Well, the bouncy balls were someone else did bouncy balls. They had they must have brought a bunch of 5-gallon buckets full of bouncy balls into the school. And then during class rotation, when everyone's in the halls going to their next class, they dumped them all in the halls. No one's seen them. No one knew who did it. But all of a sudden you just see all these bouncy balls bouncing all over the place. There was people screaming and running and tripping and falling. And some people were laughing. And then some people, like the autistic people like me, were running and trying to grab as many bouncy balls as we could. That's about the extent of that story. But my senior prank would have been awesome. You might be wondering, what kind of senior prank involves burying something? Well, you see, this senior prank has never been done before. It's a very unique, special senior prank. But I screwed it all up because my memory sucks. But, you see, my best friend, he's still my best friend. We had this great idea. So, he had this, at the time, he was real into weight training, so he had himself a big jar of whey protein powder, and he used that all up, and it smelled real bad for some reason. Maybe he left it out in the hot sun a lot, I don't know. But inside there it smelled so bad. So then we got to thinking, let's make a crazy concoction for our senior prank, and we'll so he killed a chipmunk with a BB gun for some reason. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know why he did that, but so we threw that in the, we called it the stank. And you see, every time you close it, every time you add something to it, you gotta reseal the thing with a million layers of duct tape, and still the stench would escape. But we would leave that under the seat and on the bus, and the bus would get real hot in the parking lot where it was parked all day when it wasn't in use, at the bus garage or whatever they call it, the lot. Well, you see, we kept adding stuff to it. Things such as, well, his parents made him eat these nasty vitamins. They're the chewy, not the chewy, they're the hard ones. They're like compressed powder, and they taste so nasty, and you bite them, and so he put a bunch of those in there, and he snuck them. See, what he did was, he put them in his mouth and acted like he ate them, but as soon as he got on the bus, he spit them out into the stank. And like I said, once we started adding more stuff, we had to really put a lot of layers of tape on there. And the next thing that was added was, you're not gonna believe this, but he found some pig's blood in the biology room because I guess the teacher had some in the back room for doing some kind of thing with a microscope or something. So we got some of that and put it in. There's a dead squirrel in there, or a chipmunk rather. Dead squirrel, vitamins. I think he pissed in it. And what else was in there? Milk, I think. We put milk in there. Oh, there was so many things. And like, it got to the point where it was like completely liquefied. Like when you shook it around, like we couldn't even hear the chipmunk anymore. So what we did is we threw a ball bearing in there, kind of like you would have in paint cans. So you could shake it and it would mix it better. But we made the joke that the canister was starting to put off a radioactive glow. But man, we had that thing stewing. We added so much weird stuff. And it got so bad smelling that the bus driver said, okay, you can't. He found it and he said, is this guy's yours? Is this yours? I was wondering why the bus stank so bad. And so we had to put it somewhere and wait for, the last day of school. It's the last day of being a senior. And, he said, well, I'm not putting it in my room. And I said, I'm not putting it in mine. So what we did was we buried the thing across the road from my house. We buried it like 3 feet down. And like 2 months later or whatever, we were making a joke like, oh, we're gonna unbury the thing and it's gonna be like radioactive or something, But our plan was to unbury it, and we were gonna put that. We were gonna dump it. Well, we didn't want to like ruin anything, like in the school, because I could imagine like if you dump that thing, like I don't know, like on some carpet, like if you dump that on like some carpet or something like that, wouldn't be, they would have to pull up the carpet, man. They'd ruin it. And then, so we thought, okay, we'll pour it in the trash can right outside of the main door where you enter the school, so everyone has to smell it. And so that's what we were gonna do. We were gonna open it up and dump it in there. And the trash can has like a generic one of those black trash bags in it, so like hopefully it wouldn't ruin the trash can. But you see, like the physical trash can itself. But you see, the issue is, we thought maybe the thing would be so corrosive it would melt through the plastic garbage bag. But we decided, who cares, we'll do it anyway. So we looked and we were digging everywhere, man. We couldn't remember where we buried it. To this day, we still go back there to try to find it and we can't find it. So like, we make the joke that like, I don't know, like in 3 billion years when humans don't even exist anymore, aliens are gonna come to this planet and they're gonna do some archaeology, and for some reason that'll be the first thing they discover, and they open it up and like, it's like for some reason the best smelling perfume or something, and they use it as perfume. Like somehow it transformed over the billions of years into like this just the best smell ever. like some new element. We created some new element that the aliens use to fuel their spaceships or something. So that's the story. I was just gonna talk about the bouncy ball part, but then I kind of went into that other part. You know, I don't think I've told anyone that story. Well, let me try to think of an old school RuneScape story. Maybe like a story from way back when I first started the game. Well, of course, every kid wanted, every like 13-year-old kid that played played RuneScape in 06, you know, wanted a skill cape, you know, an untrimmed skill cape. Like, that's all they wanted, just one skillscape, and you'd be perpetually happy for the rest of your life. Well, I had some friends over, and this story isn't like, doesn't have a punchline or anything. It's not that good of a story. It's just like you might have had the same story, but me and my friends were doing a sleepover, you know, playing RuneScape and stuff. Real inefficiency, in a real inefficient way. You know, we were just sitting there, three of us, one person on the account, watching the other, all three of us watching the one person play in some really inefficient way, you know. Probably just goofing off and like pretending they're selling themselves as a girlfriend at the Grand Exchange or something, or at the Lumbridge Bank. But like at night, we couldn't get to sleep, so we were like saying, oh, if you could have any skill cape, what would it be? And of course I kept changing, like, oh, fire making, because I like fire. And that actually was my highest skill, funny enough, on the game, because, well, I like fire. But then I said, oh, the prayer skill cape would be kind of cool, because the untrimmed prayer skill cape's all white, and it's kind of cool looking. And I like the emote. The fire cape, the skill cape of fire making is like pretty basic. It's just your finger, you snap your finger, and your finger is like a lighter for a couple seconds, and it is on fire. But then I thought, oh, I want to make an account that's really unique, that has 99 fishing and no other skills. So I tried my best, but you know, I was sitting there at Catherby fishing lobsters for the whole summer break, and I only got up to like 76 fishing, and I was like, man, I can't do it. And I didn't even know at the time that 92 was actually the halfway point. Good God. But man, let me tell you what, those lobsters, I made a lot of money, because back in those days, let me tell you what, lobsters, man. That was some good GP. You sold those suckers for like a lot. Pretty much every skilling activity back then you could make a lot of money from. I guess just because how the market was back then. Nowadays you want to do like combat, like bossing. But I will say thieving. I got a lot of money thieving and smithing. But I had to get my levels way up. I needed 99 smithing on my main to be able to do the rune plate legs method. Let's see here. That's not right. Here's a FishyZilla. That's my account, my main account. And it's actually, this account's better, has more levels. I got, look at that, 51 mil smithing XP, because what I did was I rushed and I got 99. This was my first 99 ever. I paid a lot of big bucks to go to Blast Furnace. I did that for like a week straight, like 8 hours a day, doing gold at Blast Furnace, and I got 99. And then I went on free-to-play worlds, because that's the point. That's why I did it, is because I wanted to be able to do it like on a free-to-play world on the side, like when I'm on this account or something. But I don't do it anymore. For some reason, I just lost interest. I just like playing this account single with no other alt. Yeah, you go to free to play, so you're not paying for members, and you just make a bunch of rune plate legs or like two-handed swords, and then you can either just sell them on the GE or you can alch them. And boy, let me tell you what, that was pretty good money. But then I'm like, well, you know what? That's a lot of money. I did that for a long time, but then I'm like, I want to do thieving, because I seen on the wiki you can make a buttload more thieving. Blood shards. And so I grinded out the thieving. I did a lot of blackjacking, and then finally I was able to do the pickpocketing, the fires. But the thing is, you need to do a bunch of quests and beat, like, this hard quest was like the one that gives you access to Darkmire, and at the time that was like the hardest boss. The hardest thing I ever did was complete that quest, because like at the time my other stats were really low. I didn't have like 599s, and so I got a lot of blood shards, because I got the rogue equipment too, you see, and I got 99 thieving, so I got the thieving cape, and I used dodgy necklaces, and so I was rolling some big profit. I think I got like maybe 16 blood shards. I sold 6 of them, like, instantly, insta-sell or whatever. But then I got smart and I saved 10 of them. And I waited for the market to go up, because they could max out at, like, I can't remember, like 10 mil each or something. So that'd be like 100 mil. But then I was like, well, dang, I might as well go do the Prifdinous quest and do enhanced thief, the enhanced teleport seeds. That's even better than blood shards. So I did that quest. And then, yeah, that's pretty much how I got 43 mil. I had to go get Shadow Veil to speed up the money per hour. That was a struggle. You know, more quest bosses and stuff. But then after doing that, I was like, wow, I'm learning a lot about this game. And like, there's more to it than just making money to buy potatoes, because that's the only reason I was playing, was to make money to buy potatoes for my Spud Lover account. I think I made it up to like 7 million potatoes, and I was about to hit 10 million. But then I abandoned the idea and just decided to start an Iron Man and actually play the game normally. But I did have enough money to buy and get 10 million potatoes, but I, came to my senses, I guess. Well, let's just grab some bones. I guess I could have been doing this, but I was telling a story and not thinking. But I'm like, so all I'm doing is making money just to buy potatoes. Let's make an Iron Man and like collect something that's like, because anyone could buy a bunch of potatoes, So then I went and I collected fingernails, and I got 10,000 fingernails. Then I felt special. But like I said, I sold all my potatoes and had like 700 mil. Oh crap, I forgot about the whole mud ordeal. Yeah, I paid a whole bunch of people to help me gather 100,000 mud. I'm forgetting how like deep the lore on this account goes. So I have 100,000 mud on this account because I used that 700 mil to freaking pay people on the collector Discord that like I paid them like 10 mil an hour. I gave them like to collect mud. I gave them, it was like more like 7 mil an hour. But it had to be that high to give people incentive to collect mud. I mean, it's pretty horrible. So I still have that stack of mud, and if I wanted to, I could probably sell it. It doesn't sell on the GE, but it does sell amongst the players. So like, I probably won't sell it because I like it a lot, but I wish I did it on this Iron Man account because I don't plan on playing the main really ever again. sell it for 1 bill. Because that's kind of what I paid people for it. What would that be? I paid like 10,000 GP per 1 piece of mud. Is what I think it was. But, 700 mil only gets you so far. So then I'm like, man, what the heck? I'm just gonna go collect on an Iron Man, then it'll be like more impressive, But then I started watching Rosalie ASMR, and that channel features an iron account, like a kind of an end game. And I'm watching a lot of those videos, and I'm like, oh man, that looks fun. And I learned so much about it that I was like, okay, the rest of my money, which was all in potatoes, I don't know how much I had left, but I bought bonds. I bought like a year's worth of bonds, spent it all on bonds. And then, yeah, the Iron Man. Then I started playing this a lot, but like, I was collecting a lot of fingernails and things at first, soggy bread. But then I stopped and I realized, wow, this game has more to offer than fingernails. So then I started playing normally. Well, I guess normally you wouldn't go for a heavy ballista on an iron, but this fishy Zilla account's kind of cool too, because one thing I did was I had this cool idea for some fashionscape, right? Like a really cool fishing gear fashionscape. I can't really show you right now, but it's pretty cool. It's I went to Molk Island and I grinded out. It took me like a week, 8 hours every day to grind out a fish sack cosmetic item, and then I went to Temperos to put a barrel in it, and I grinded out more pearls for to get a wieldable fly fishing rod that you can wield for fashion. And then I even did one of the worst things ever in this game, in my opinion, which is go into the speedrunning worlds and speedrunning quests. Oh my god, kill me. 2 of the things I hate the most in this world: quests and timed things. So I went, grinded out the speedrunning points or whatever to get the adventurer's trousers, I think they were called. Put those on, just went for the trousers. And then my top was a spirit angler top. And then what's really cool is you get yourself, I completed the Lunar Isle quest just to be able to wear the Moon Clan boots, they're called, but they're actually, they look like sandals more, but they blend in so nicely with the adventure trousers, the way it blends in. So that was like a big thing of it. And then I got myself a heron pet. I got myself a freaking a crab claw hook. And you see, I'm stupid, and I thought the hook was untradeable on the GE, so I grinded that thing out. Oh, that sucked. Grinded that out, attached it, made the crab fisherman, man. Like a, and what else? What else? The hat. What was the hat? Oh, it's just a Moon Clan hat. Looked really good. I kind of looked like a Japanese fisherman or something. But, you know, more cartoony looking because we have like fish hanging out of our fish sack and like a giant crab claw hook. I'll try to remember to show you that sometime. It's pretty cool. You wouldn't be able to see the heron following behind me on a free-to-play world though, but I have all my gear on. My Fashionscape. I might try to go for the same look on this account. I mean, I have the heron, I have the fish barrel, I even have the trousers. I got those again. I just need to do Moke Island for a week, 8 hours a day. I have like 100 pearls. It's just not fun, man. It's not fun. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I say screw it. We got so spooned on the fish barrel on this account, like what the heck? Oh, I'm doing it. You know what? Right after I finish this video, I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna make a video on one of the worst grinds in this game, which is grinding out that fish sack. Then on top of that, I'm gonna need one of them rods. Yeah. Screw it, we're doing that. We're getting the... And that way I don't have to get membership to show you the outfit on my main. I'll just do it again on here. Which, by the way, is no easy feat. That took me like half a year. But I naturally got a lot of the stuff already. Oh my god. We're almost to 91 hunter. Holy crap, I didn't think we were going this fast. So I moved on from collecting potatoes. I moved on from collecting potatoes to collecting mud. Oops. To collecting like outfits. Like I also did another hunter. I did like a hunter outfit. And what was hilarious about it was for the outfit I needed crystal. I needed the yellow colored crystal legs. And that's not hard really to get on a main. But the thing is, I needed the broken version. So I literally went to freaking the Dagganoth layer under the lighthouse, put those pants on, and just let the things be outfit was kind of cool, but it was, the fish one was definitely the best. If I was more competitive, I'd probably put that costume into a competition. I like it a lot. It drew a lot of attention, me walking around with it. I can't remember, but like one guy said something like really nice that made me feel good. So we only need like 86 more. Well, even less now. We only need 79 or 80. We only need 80 more and we'll have your hunter level at 91. So I think we go ahead and do that so that when you wake up, you'll be like, whoa, what happened? Man, now that I'm thinking about it, I have some crazy stories that probably no one would believe. Like, okay, this next story I'm about to tell you, there's no one in the world. There is no one in the world that'd be able to guess what kind of story I'm about to tell. So I like making homemade bottle rockets. Like homemade, like fireworks style or whatever, but the issue with making them homemade is a lot of times